All right, John, we're at that time when we come up with our top carriers, or who we feel are going to be our top carriers for 2022, and we kind of refer back to 2021
what's been working good,
what horses are taking us down the track. So as we start 2022, why don't you lead it off and tell us who you think is going to be a player?
All right. Well, I'm going to start off with Lumico Ellipse. This is a relationship that we've had since 2018, and it's just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's reflected by our production has just continued to grow with that carrier. So they do an awful lot right. I mean, their underwriting is solid as a rock. Their EAP process, early on, maybe a year or two ago, we kind of had a few little flutters, but that seems to all have worked out. And I've got some agents that is for sure their number one carrier. They love them. They've done a great job on their app bonuses. They got a strong app bonus going into first quarter. So Lumico Ellipse, we're looking for just rocking steady with them going into 2022, brother.
And John, the other player that's into the marketplace came in 2021 is ABL, American Benefit Life. Sister company to Liberty Bankers Life and Capital Life.
Right.
And I really believe they were slow getting out of the gate, but I believe by the end of 2022, they're going to be one of the front runners.
Man, I hope you're right. I kind of feel that way too. One thing's for sure is other carriers take rate increases as we go into the first half of this year, which is, we know that happens. They look really strong and steady going forward since they just came out with those rates, early in the fall. So
and their sister companies, the Capital, the one that they've had 3 years or whatever, their rate increases are down around 4%.
It's crazy. It really is. It's way less than expected.
And the rest of the marketplace. So I think they're going to be a strong player. And the other thing to mention with them is besides the cash bonuses that are about as good as anybody else, that they're going to have that trip to Norway that I hope our field goes for. I hope our people goes for. Marty Martin puts on great trips, and Norway provided this world.
I've never been to Norway.
Well, a Norway cruise.
So, I've been to Nebraska.
If you don't want to go, Cheryl will go.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, Jeff. Well, another really a great partner for us, and we were steady with them before our joining Integrity as Manhattan Life.
Great people.
And now that they're an exclusive Manhattan carrier, it even makes it sweeter for us. But we got a strong personal relationship with all those people down there. They do all their own admin. They do all their own claims. They do everything in-house, which a lot of carriers don't do anymore. So, when we get stuck on something, we can always get it fixed. We can get to the right people and usually get a handle on it, get it straightened out. So they've been just steady. Rates are great. Their e-app is slick. Their signature is good. So we're looking for a real steady, strong 2022 just to continue with Manhattan Life.
All right, John. Another player that is a leader.
Yeah.
They've changed the industry really is Aetna.
No doubt.
And
That's
Ascendo.
right. Yeah.
So I see them as staying right there at the forefront and being one of the major players.
I don't see really any change there. The last couple of years, they've been our top carrier overall, if you lump them together, for sure, by far. And with the Ascendo CVS brand, strong, they give that in most states a 14% household discount, which is giving it away. That's a huge discount. So steady as she goes there, and looking for a great year with Ascendo and Aetna, and just keep pumping it, man.
Right. Ty Woolridge and his team, they just get it. They know that they have the Medicare supplement market. They have it down.
They do. They sure do. Yeah. We really like those guys. A carrier that's been with us, now since 2011 is Central States.
Wow.
That's what it is. So this will be starting the 11th year. But tell them a little bit about them, Jeff. Central States.
When I think of Central States and the whole relationship, it's the cornerstone is Gary Kraft.
Yeah.
And Gary Kraft has never done anything to us except helped us.
Yeah.
And brought us great products, great pricing, and it's just been one of those relationships. I can't believe it's been that long, 11 years starting.
It has.
And they'll always be right there as again another top player.
Right.
And the agents that are writing them,
love them.
Do you never hear a complaint?
Not really. Solid underwriting. You know what to expect.
Right.
When you send an app in. So, Central States, look for a great 2022. I tell you what, this next carrier, Medico, we've had a relationship with for not quite 10 years. I mean, it really goes back longer than that, but where we've been pretty much in the thick with them. But my gosh, have they turned it on this year, second half of this year?
I've heard of all the kickoffs since they've come back. It's the biggest kickoff of any carrier, with maybe Sendo and Aetna.
Yeah.
Right there with them.
Right.
They are doing a fantastic
They
job,
are.
and they're getting a lot of premium.
Yeah.
And again, what I judge companies by is the agents that
Right.
that write it.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing but praises. And I was just out in Iowa meeting with the home office people, and what I loved about them was they were so appreciative of the integrity partnership, because it's an exclusive deal for them.
Yeah.
And just, it's nice to be in a partnership where they appreciate you and you appreciate them.
Yeah.
And it's just fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they do. They have really, really been kicking butt and writing a lot of premium. And they got other products besides the Med Supp too, that they're solid in. So, for sure, guys, if you're not taking a strong look at Medico, you need to, because they're racing right now.
Correct.
All right, Jeff. Getting down here to the end, we got a couple to go, but Americo Great Southern Life is that's another one that when you look back, it's probably been 5 years now, 4 or 5 years that we've been strong with them. Really great people, and tell us a little bit about them.
Well, they were one of the first to come out with the green and
Yeah.
the red underwriting.
Right.
And we go back to that because I don't know if the whole field gets how good they are at what they do, and keeping their rates down there to where they're still competitive. I
Right.
mean, you don't see anybody moving GSL or
Not really.
Americo products because they stay competitive. But they're one of those players that once an agent starts writing them, and the service you get from Andrew Costas, which is so important. We all know we're going to hit hiccups. You hit a hiccup, and all you got to do is call Andrew, and
Yeah.
and when he gets off a plane, he's going to be calling you.
Yeah, right.
I don't know anybody that travels or works harder
Yeah.
than Andrew.
That
but
does
they-
mean so much, though, man. When you got somebody when you got a problem and you need to help an agent out and you can get it fixed, and that should be easy, but it ain't always easy.
It isn't always easy, and so when you got good rates, you got great underwriting, and then you get great service.
Yeah, and they have a huge, consistent kind of a marketing allowance bonus that if you give those folks $30,000 of premium, man, you get rewarded for it every 6 months, and they have stayed with that model for 2 or 3 years now. It's strong.
And I've never had an agent say when he gets that check that he feels bad about it. He likes it. I notice they cash him quick.
Right? Yeah, no doubt about that.
John, as we go into 2022, the player that's been around and they're not going anywhere but staying at the top. I think going back to 1966.
I think that's right.
Mutual of Omaha. And you know what? When we do this listing of our top carriers, I want to point out this is not in an order. It's not like Mutual of Omaha is behind anybody else that we're talking about.
Right.
These are just in an order that
Exactly.
that they popped into our heads, and
Yeah.
we want to say, without the relationship with Mutual of Omaha, we wouldn't be where we're at.
No doubt about it.
And they've just been a leader for the consumer. They've been a leader for the agent, and they've taught a lot of insurance companies how to do this business right.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's absolutely the truth. And we'll have agents that have done business with them for years and just stick with them. They're steady. You know what you're going to get. Their processes are really smooth. So
And when I think of Mutual of Omaha, besides everything that they've done history-wise, still today they value the agent. They give the agent a good trip.
Yeah.
I know agents that went to Las Vegas with them this last year in a pandemic year, said it was a fantastic trip. And then the bonuses they give them as well. And the service that Randy Musil and his team puts out there. We may be listing Mutual of Omaha last on our list, but
Right.
they're by no means last in any
not
list.
at all. And just to that point too, guys, we're talking about maybe 7 or 8 carriers here, but we have them all, right?
Right.
We have them all, and we can't do a little ditty on each one, but whatever is out there, just rest assured we're going to have it if it's a player in your space.
And we have new carriers coming in 2022.
We sure do. Yeah, top secret. Don't tell me or I'll blab it, but top secret. Guys, that's a wrap on that. Have a great 2022. If we can help any way, just give us a shout.